Hi and welcome to Tran TV. My name is Ed Miles and this is the Daytona Roadstar Gore-Tex boot. The Daytona Roadstar has been with us for many years and it's Daytona's best-selling boot. It's obviously a full-grain leather boot. You've got a curved zip down the side of the boot, gives you the best chance of the boot staying on in the event of an accident. As when you get the burst stresses on the zip, where the boot curves round, you're going to get the zip stopping and hopefully the boot's going to stay on in the event of an accident, or certainly give you the best possibility. It's a full grain leather boot, as I say, with an oiled and waxed leather, so it's water resistant leather on the outside, and obviously you've got the zip with a cover over the top to try and stop any water ingress. Flicking the boot around to the front, you've got a gear change pad on the top of the toe as standard. Underneath that you've got a layer between the Gore-Tex and your toe. This is vitally important with any boot. The reason boots leak through the toe is because when you change gear, your toes are going up and down and the toenails are rubbing against the Gore-Tex. This can wear out the Gore-Tex layer and you get leaking through the toe. With a Daytona boot, you've got a pad inside the boot that stops that happening, so you're not going to get the boot wearing through there and leaking through the toe area. The sole of the boot is quite tricky as well. You've got an oil and water resistant sole. Underneath that you've got a gel pad level to reduce vibrations through the foot peg, increase comfort over long distance journeys. And also embedded in that you've got a steel galvanised shank as well. It stops the boot crushing if you do end up with the bike on top of your foot in the event of an accident. A few other tweaks Daytona have made to this boot over the years. You've got an extra layer around this area here, just to stop that wearing against the swing arm or any foot pegs or aggressive riding that you're doing in this area here. And obviously, Daytona's dual zip system. So open at the back of the boot, you've got the curved zip rolling around the side of the boot here. That's your main entry point for the boot. If we flip the boot around the other way, we've got a shorter zip. What the short zip's there for is so that when you're putting the boot on, if you've got a high instep, you can still pull the boot around to the main zip to do it up, so you're getting a good overlap here. It's simple to do up. On this side, once that zip's done up, this should go up simply because you're over the instep, which is always the problem part of the boot. If you've got large calves, another problem with boots, there is an adjuster at the back here as well. So if you have got a larger calf and you need to pull this Velcro to undo the boot when it's new because it hasn't stretched and embedded in, pull that open, allow the boot to come round, do your zips up, and then just tuck the Velcro at the back. It's that simple, works perfectly. Been using it for years, it's a great system. If you're having even more problems with the size of your feet, you've got a big calf, a large instep, a wider foot, there is a wider foot version of this boot, kept as standard in the UK at Tran. So there's no problem getting hold of one of those. Go and see a dealer, try the standard one on, because it is a standard wide fit anyway, but there is a wider fit available, adding 2 centimetres to the outside of the boot. Inside the boot, as with all Daytona waterproof boots, we're using Gore-Tex. So the standard Gore-Tex membrane with the thermal backing on the back runs to the top of the boot, not halfway up like some of our competitors use. So you're getting a fully waterproof boot. Daytona Roadstar has been around for many years, tried and tested. Wear it for years. Any issues you have with the sole wearing through, any issues with the gear change wearing through, you can get those replaced. There's obviously a cost to this because it is a wearable item. If you're doing a lot of walking, instructing, commuting, you're going to wear through the soles in a few years' time. You don't need to buy a new boot. Go and see your dealer, get a quote for replacement soles, gear changes, whatever you need, and get it back to Daytona and they'll fix it, handmade in Germany, so it just goes straight back into that production cycle. Daytona Roadstar Gore-Tex, our best selling Daytona boot ever. Any more information, please see www.tranam.co.uk.